there's anything that I can do to start the conversation, because I need to learn more about money too, it's only going to be a benefit to me. You know what I'm saying?
So you usually bring.
Yeah, I watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch who I want to watch. I don't let people dictate who I'm going to watch. I'm grown. Like,
they be saying don't watch me?
They do? I'm sure.
Hey, wow.
No, they told you that. Somebody told
They
you
told you that?
I mean, I've heard it.
I know they told you
Listen,
what they would say?
I know
you
they
think
told
I'm nice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What they say though?
If someone even came and said something to me about you, it would not be nice. It'd probably be like a world star moment. Really. Because I just don't do that. So people come, it's what I just said. People go to who they know they can get a feed off of.
What they come and say about me? I don't need to know who. I want to know.
I've heard like, oh, you watch that or whatever, but it just wasn't like I was entertaining a conversation. It may have been
What they were saying.
No, it's not important.
It is important.
It's not. That would be gossiping, right?
No, it's not gossiping. You ain't telling me who it is.
I would never tell you.
I don't want to know who. I just want to know.
Be like, oh, Back Sharon, shut up. Okay, chick.
No.
You got to like me.
Here's why it's funny, right? They don't say it about him. They say it about me.
No, what are you talking about?
No, it's always me.
No, it's not.
No, before we was even doing this, it was me.
Let's talk about both of them right in front of that face.
No,
it's not that serious.
It's not.
Right.
No, I just think it's funny. That's why I'm not mad.
I mean, yeah, so it's funny. So, like, you know, it is what it is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if I entertained it, that would be the real funny thing. Like, but I know how to think for myself, which is the reason why I'm back here twice. Because it's obvious I don't listen to folks, right?
No, I know.
You know. And, you know, I told my husband I was coming here. And what you know what his response was? You my wife. I'm not married to them. He's not married to her. He's married to me. Yeah. And if he's unhappy with something that I'm doing, only then maybe I may curtail what I'm doing. Because at the end of the day,
you want your husband to be pleased with you.
And I'm going to say that too. Like my husband, you know, went to, he goes to Furcon and places like that. And when he met me, I go to Taqua. We're married. So sometimes I go where he wants to go and sometimes he goes where I want to go. You know what I mean? Because we're married. And he's like, I need you to pray and I need for you to be comfortable. So if it means that he goes down to Taqua with me, yeah, he does. And I bet you ain't nobody gonna ask us why. I bet you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't be no reason.
I mean, but I'm sure
they
it's
on the same
conversation.
thing.
But do you think I'm gonna be sitting at home worrying about Shaniqua over there saying Mookman and me go to no? Because guess what? Y'all situation has been the same for the last 25 years. And does anyone ever stopping and saying, why do we find ourselves constantly asking people for money for the building? Constantly whatever. Because you push people away with your bull. Facts.
Yeah.
How many people you know go into the masjid, and I'm not just talking about them, I'm just talking about in general, and be like they don't feel comfortable with the sisters. You know what I mean? Women are powerful. Women are evil at times. And nunchucks work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just kick a clap on somebody. Like, really? Like, stop. I'm serious. Like, we too grown for this.
No, you're right.
And the conversation, it's like, you know, when you watch a soap opera, you don't have to watch for 10 years, come back, you be like, the storyline is still the same. You can leave a masjid, not come back to that masjid 2 years, and the same talk, frivolous. And everybody in the same position. Why is that? Because y'all repeating the same thing amongst people. You got to change your circle. You have to. In life, you got to change your circle. I hope to God that I'm not the same person today, 10 years from now. My core, you know, my foundation will be, but I hope that I've learned something. I might come back in 10 years and I'm on something different. You know what I mean? But inshallah, I'm always going to be Muslim. And who am I to tell somebody that they're not?
Let me say this, right? You're right, and that's what I mean about what I was saying earlier about people maturing, right? So what the kick is against me and him and Imam Amin and everybody that we be around, right? We have philosophical differences with the Salafis, right? We don't hate Salafis. I don't think that they hate us, right? But we do disagree because, you know, theologically we disagree, but it's not a means to separate, right? what happens though, when I was younger and when he was younger, we used to spend time arguing and debating with them because here's what happens. I think the intentions are good on both sides, on our side and on their side. Because when you wholeheartedly believe in something, you want to prove it to be correct because you want the other person to be correct in their stance, right? But what happens when you argue, this is the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu said, not to argue because you don't really get anything good out of it. You know what I mean? So I love to hear when, especially when women talk, right? So when sisters say, oh, I don't go to such and such place. Most times it's not ever about what the theological difference is. It's mainly about, I don't feel comfortable there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so now that I'm older, like my approach to things, I still have the same thoughts. I still have the same stance. I'm still firm on what I believe. However, I know that if I'm debating that or if I'm, even if I don't mean to degrade somebody's thing, that it may come off that way in my stance because I'm firm in what I believe and I don't mind talking about it. However, that doesn't push me away, but I can understand how that might push somebody else away. So now that we're older, like our approach is different with that. Like we just talk and be, regular with people, you know what I mean? But I can see how that would, especially with the women or somebody else, because what happens if you get in an argument with somebody and then let's say I win the debate, that other person, he might not go back and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to go back and research everything he just said. They're going to just go back and try to figure out how to beat me in the next debate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so how about this? I think I've been to every masjid in this city to pray.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I was going with a sister, I feel like I can go to any one of them, whatever. But my thing is, if you make one person feel uncomfortable, that's not the environment that I want to be in.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I'm saying that too, like in 27 years that I've been Muslim, I've never seen the whole Jamaat, the whole Ummah here have a Eid prayer together.
Well, you'll never see it. It'll never happen.
But I'm just saying. No. But then you say that, and like I was saying, you go overseas and you go for Umrah or whatever. Everybody from different.
Well, I mean, it's different because
what's the difference?
Over there, it's the culture. It's now. Even when you go, because I've been to Umrah, right? Mm-hmm. So when I went on Umrah, there's masjids everywhere, right? All up and down the street from each other. But
I'm talking about when you're in the Prophet's Mosque or you in Mecca, Haram.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not looking to say, oh, well, you can tell. You know what I mean?
No, they got their differences and whatnot. And I told people all the time, right? I don't make a big deal about who I pray behind. Right. Unless I know for certain, if I've seen the person out their own mouth say something deviant to the deen, then I'm not praying behind them. Right. But if I don't know and it's just speculative, I don't care. Because when I was in the Prophet's Masjid, when I was there and when I was in at the Haram, I didn't know who led the prayer. I never saw them. I don't know who. They could be a Shiite, it could be a Salafi. I don't know who it is. So I don't make that distinction or separate myself unless I know. Like, so there's some people, I don't say no names, but there's some people who I've seen, whether on a YouTube video or on a lecture, I've seen them say something deviant and I know what it is. Now, I wouldn't go out and say, hey, don't nobody follow that guy. I wouldn't say that, but I know for myself, there's been times I've been in Juma and I've heard the Imam say something right out of his mouth and I say, I got to get up and go. You know what I mean? But it's never beef. It's not a thing like, we're trying to create no drama. It's more so I need to protect my own deen. And because I learned the religion, I learned it and I learned it from qualified people. So I know what to look for, but I'm not using that to separate from people. So the whole reason that we even started doing this was to kind of kill all of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So what ends up happening every time we would have conversations about, let's link up. Because if you remember, was it in 2012? Remember we had that big community-wide thing. We had all the imams from every masjid come out at Soldiers Home and talk. We tried that. We did that 2 times. And nothing ever came from it. You know what I mean? We did the African American Muslim conference and it was all these people from all over the country. We come out and everybody talk and we come up with stuff we're going to do. But then afterwards, it was always an issue getting back together. So the way I was looking at it, like, all right, here in a barbershop, everybody come here and get their haircut. You know what I mean? Or whether it's this barbershop or another barbershop. So what I thought was, all right, let's talk about it here. Because we don't do nothing but talk about this stuff all day. So we got Salafis coming here. We got foreigners coming here. We got the Sufi, not Sufi, but the Sunni brothers come here. So we have all these different people from different backgrounds come here. And we all sit around, talk. And the stuff that we talk about ain't never debates. We talking about sports. We talking about women. We talking about marriage, divorce. So to me, this was a common meeting point.
I like that because I think like as long as you're talking, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a benefit there.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're just sitting somewhere and you're speculating, that's when it becomes a problem. Like me, I don't have any problem. You know, and I mean, in the last month or two, I saw like a conversation where I felt like people were being disrespectful to Sister Bahija. You know what I mean? And I just was like, you can never take Islam out of the equation, but at the end of the day, here's somebody that when I think in my mind, I remember her being Muslim before I was probably even thought of. And so if we're going to have honest conversations, let's be real. Just about everybody in that age group started in the Nation. You know what I mean? And then from the Nation, they went to Center Street. I remember Center Street. And then there was the Dawah Center. And then as people learned about Islam and it spread, now you know, people go wherever, but at the end of the day, we're Muslim. And so I'm just like, she's a grown woman. Like, before you would spit some venom at her, why can't you halt and say, let me check myself. This is a woman here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that's why I was just like, this is getting a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, it's
and
always
I'm not a defender of Bahija because she's able to herself, but I'm just saying, if you disrespect one woman, you're going to disrespect all of us. You know what I mean? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's going to start progressing even more when you lose respect for women. You know, that's just my, you know, and then people might be like, oh, you a feminist or whatever. No, I'm not. I'm just a human.
No, you should stick up for what's right. Yeah.
So it wouldn't matter if it was him, because sometimes, like, you have a discussion and I'll inbox him and say, why are you entertaining that? Especially when it was a conversation about marriage that time. I think that's when we first started. I mean, I've known you for years, but I was just like, you and your wife been married how long? Why are you even entertaining this person that you've been married 5-6 times in 1 year? You know what I mean? Don't do it. Like, I just don't feel like I don't entertain anything that's going, it's okay. You know, keep it moving. And I will never put myself back in that circle again. And if I felt some kind of way coming here, or if I felt like you guys was putting me in a situation to be disrespected, I wouldn't come back here. Because I'm grown. I can make decisions I know. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I noticed though with us, right? Like, because we don't got no issue with anybody, right? Like, I don't have no personal issue with anybody, and I could talk to anyone. We've invited everyone, and so the same way, like, we had Shadid come here, right?
I watched that.
And people was pissed.
Yeah, they was mad.
They was mad. Like, and I'm talking about from our community was mad. But my thing was like, so, like, if you don't open up the conversation, then you never get past stuff. So, but what, you know what I learned? A lot of the beef be like
personality. It has nothing to do.
It ain't even personality. It all come down to women. I'm telling you, every time we all holler at the same chicks. Yeah, no, I'm talking about between the men. The beef between the men. Somewhere somebody got embarrassed in front of a woman they liked or that they married to, or somebody was trying to marry somebody's ex-wife, or everybody gets embarrassed when it, or you all trying to holler at the same girl, whether she's Muslim or non-Muslim. And I'm telling you, and I know that because I cut a lot of women hair. I got a whole lot of women here. And then they talk to me. I hear all the stuff. We hear everything in the barbershop.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And then when you hear it, you like, oh, wait a minute, man. That's Imam so-and-so. And that's Sheikh so, the student of knowledge. And what he doing trying to holler at her? You know what I mean? He trying to holler at her. And I'm trying to holler at her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we all that, the
a lot of hollering going on.
I'm telling you, all the Islamic stuff goes out the window. When you actually break it down to it, everybody be beefing over chicks, man. I'm telling you. But I only thing is me, I'm man enough to say it. I'm not scared to say it. You know what I mean? I don't got no problem with nobody. But when I hear, at any time somebody got something to say about me, they say, oh man, he arrogant. How I'm arrogant? I'm 400 pounds. Like, you know, it's
What
like,
makes you be arrogant?
I don't think I am. I don't think.
I'm
I
saying,
mean,
but why couldn't you be?
I don't think I'm not saying I couldn't be, but I don't think that I don't think anything about me is arrogant.
They don't appreciate your honesty.
They don't appreciate the honesty.
That's
Some people
what it
that you say
can't
stuff
handle
you shouldn't. What? So what? What you want to do? You gonna beat me up because I gave my opinion? That's my opinion, and it's not never anything
that's what it is.
against you. It's just that's how I feel. Like but
I respect that.
yeah, but I hear that crap all the time, man.
Huh?
Can't take the honesty.